Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite episode of the year. We do only 4 of these every year, so I always get excited. It is our Blue Crowbar award-winning podcast episode. And for those that don't know, every 3 months, we enlist a new creative challenge, and people from across the world, aspiring advertisers from across the world, take the time, take the months to submit a campaign and compete. And only one can be best in show and get the chance to meet and talk with on the podcast with the guest judge. That guest judge for this quarter is the CEO of Fallon, ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Baker.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying, Meghan. So happy to be here. I am thrilled to talk about this work.
Yes. And we have our best in show winners. It's a duo here. We have Marisa and Meghan. Hello. Congratulations. Meghan Sharpe and Marisa Brown. Congrats to you all. How's it going?
It's good.
Thank
How are
you.
you guys?
Good. Where are you guys calling us from?
We're in my basement.
I love it.
We live like an hour from each other, so we're like, let's just do it together.
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun.
Good. I'm glad you're in the same room. That's always fun.
Yeah.
What, we'll get into the brief, but real quick, where are you guys calling in from? Where do you go to school? If you're in school right now, give us the rundown. And what are your roles? Like, which one was art director? Which one was copywriter? You're both strategists. How did you guys split it up for this competition?
I'm Marisa. We're in New Jersey right now. Like I said, we're in my basement. I go to Marist University. I'm a junior. And when it came to like splitting up the roles, we kind of both took on like every single role. We've like known each other since like freshman year, so we just like work really well like collaboratively. So we just wanted to like work on everything together.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the same for me. I'm Meghan. Yeah, we kind of just did everything together, like the strategy and art direction and copy. Like, we have a lot of fun, like, kind of concepting and coming up with stuff together. So it was just super fun to do that, and, like, we love it. So, yeah. I'm also a junior at Marist.
Wonderful. So I want to give some context to the listeners out here. For those tuning in, the brief, which we put out, was it 3.5, 4 months ago? Was for Dollar Tree. So I know it was a long time ago, but Nikki, do you remember what the ask was? And Marisa, Meghan, I want to hear your opinions on the brief when you first saw it too. So let's talk about what was asked of the people out here.
Yeah, it was. So Dollar Tree is a store in the U.S. that usually has things that cost a few bucks. It's called Dollar Tree for a reason. They're in a lot of they're in more communities than you'd think. And the campaign, the brief was for a holiday campaign, which if any of you are, I've worked in retail. I've worked in retail actually, like I worked at Bath and Body Works as a kid, and now I work in retail as an advertising person. But if you know that holiday is like the most crazy time of year. And so what happens is the insights are usually the same, like, oh, it's stressful, we can relieve your stress, that kind of thing. So it was really fun to just kind of open the brief up to like different ways in on holiday, because I've seen a lot of ways in on holiday, and it was also for a younger audience. That's what I remember, Gino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember like thinking about like the audience should be like the post like college, like weird, funky time of like, you're supposed to be an adult, but like, and you're on your own, like you graduated, but it's like the economy's tough right now. It's like your 20s are a weird space, like post grad. And this and also it's important for students to not just work on their own demographics, like for campaigns. So it's like pushing at the boundaries just a little bit. So I'll go to Marisa and Meghan. Like, what were your interpretations, initial thoughts of the brief? What'd you think of it? Why did you pursue this?
Yeah, so we actually decided to pursue this in a class of ours. So the whole class kind of worked on it, and we split into teams and like concepted and stuff. But first, looking at the brief, I think we looked at it together and separately and just kind of like thought of a bunch of different stuff. But I thought it was really fun, especially like, I don't know if it's just because it's like my generation sort of that we were working on, but I love working on stuff like for this generation just because like they're so like unserious and just like fun to kind of come up with like ideas that are relatable and funny. And I thought like the brief was like it was so kind of spot on to the holidays, but also like I think Dollar Tree too, like becoming their co-conspirator for the holidays, like being that kind of thing that can help them during the holidays, being like the cheap fix and stuff. So I think it was really fun to like work on.
Yeah. I remember we had the option of doing like, I think it was A1 steak sauce or this, and like the whole class was like, we want to do Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
There was just like something like very fun about the brief, and I think it was like also like the holiday part, like people love the holidays, and just like getting to do that was like really exciting to all of us. And we had like a fun time like coming up with ideas. Like our first ones they were bad, but like we had like fun with it.
Yeah,
like,
it was so much fun.
yeah, I remember our first idea was like baby's first like Christmas, because it was like once you're out of college it's kind of like a new babyhood.
Yeah,
that
like
was
you're
like our
reborn.
idea, and it was fun, but it was so bad. Like everything we did was so bad for that. And then we almost went with another idea. It was like dollar dealer, and it was like Gen Z and like younger millennials that kind of have like an edgy kind of vibe or whatever, and like we know Dollar Tree isn't like super serious about themselves. Like they're not gonna position themselves as like high end, so we wanted to go more like grungy and like they're your like fix to like
Yeah,
fix your problems.
cheap, easy
and stuff.
fix to the holidays.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah.
struggled with that
Yeah.
too. So we did.
it was a lot of fun coming up with stuff. But it was definitely it was hard too, because I think for both of us, like we're used to working on briefs that are for actual products, not like stores. So it was definitely different than what we're used to, but it was super fun. So
Yeah, it was very fun.
And I think like how I envision like this call is like, Nikki, like how would you treat the work, like getting into the work now? This is obviously the best in show. We had a bunch of submissions. We made the fee $1, and it's gonna be $1 forever now. Like it was a lot more expensive to enter this award show. So like I want Nikki for you to like look through the idea or talk about it, but also like if this was a team at Fallon, like how would you push it? What's working? What's not working for this next phase of the conversation? And I'll leave that to you of like talking about the work itself.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think what I loved about it right away was you guys, what I like is when I'm walked into an idea, and I think a lot of the top ideas did that. Like you walked me through the strategy, but you did it in a way where I could hear who you guys were a little bit and your tone of voice. Are you friends in real life?
Yeah. We've been friends since like freshman year.
yeah.
Okay, that's what you said. Yeah, freshman year. So I would have thought a lot longer, honestly. But your voices came through in such an authentic way, and so even from the beginning, I was just looking at the deck. It was basically like the holidays. What did you guys say right at the end, the beginning of the deck? You were like,
We said
It was, let's face it, like half of your family shouldn't be in the same room together.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm listening. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right, and it's a simple human insight and a human truth that we can all relate to. So relatability check, and then you went into keep going. What is it?
we said
The annual family Christmas party.
Yes.
And then we went over like a few scenarios,
Yes.
like everybody's yelling, your uncle just brought up politics, and your grandma's asking when you're finally getting married.
and through it all, you're just trying not to snap. And
And that's
then
when I started laughing because I rarely hear the words "I'm gonna snap." And I thought, okay, this is funny. So I loved you had me like going in. I'm like, yeah, you are basically trying to. You this is all real. I get it, and I am gonna snap. But then you said survive the holidays. So I was like, okay, I'm buying all of this. Survive the holidays is very applicable because you don't need a lot of money to survive the holidays with this brand. And so one of the things I was thinking, like, as I went in, I was like, okay, that's a great, like, strategy run. It's a great strategy line. If you were working at Fallon, I would say, one of my clients always says, you've said it straight, now say it great. Like, survive the holidays is pretty straight. I think you could come up with something that would be like, oh, like, even crazier a little bit for, like, a tagline.
Yeah.
But this worked. Because what worked about it and why you won was every single thing you did after this led right back to survive the holidays. So some of your work, and one of the other things I loved about this work was a lot of your work was basically like like your smoker aunt leans in to tell you the family gossip.
Shall we pull it up?
Yeah,
Sorry to
yeah.
interrupt.
Sorry, please
Because
do, Gino.
it does look
Am I not
amazing.
am I describing it?
You're
not
doing a
at
great
all.
job. I was like, I'm looking at it.
Pull
It's
up,
just the
Marissa and
visuals.
Megan. 'Cause
Okay.
the visuals are really funny too and visceral.
Okay, let me get that up real quick. Okay.
Yes.
You can start it. Yeah.
All right. Here's our out of home.
Yeah.
Let me present it really quick.
Yes.
How'd
Thank
you
you.
guys
Okay.
make this out of home too? What'd you use?
We used AI for like
Yeah.
all of our visuals, but like it was really like fun to get like the creative direction, like keep it cohesive.
Yeah.
We really wanted, like, we had this vision of, like, we want it to feel like you're actually there and, like, you're actually facing the, like, uncomfortable scenarios of, like,
Yes.
the family Christmas party. So we wanted, like, for example, the aunt to be, like, in your face. Like, you can almost, like, feel,
Smell it.
yeah, you can
Smell the
smell it,
breath.
you can feel
I
it,
felt
like,
it.
the warm breath, like, and you're just like, oh, like, but it's so true. So that's, like, that's kind of where we went with it. And we also got a lot of inspiration from the, what was it?
National Lampoon
Lampoon.
Family
Yeah.
Christmas, like the
You did.
vibe. Yeah,
I
all the
knew you did.
chaos.
Yeah,
Like
so
honestly, John Hughes is like my favorite director of all time, and you feel the authenticity and realness of all in all of his films, especially that, and I felt that come through as well. So it was nice.
That's good to know. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, exactly. Because I even in the well, let me tell you about these. So what I love about these is, and I don't know if you did this on purpose, but this happens a lot. When we don't really realize what we're doing. Your campaign was aimed at yourself. So it wasn't like about you buying gifts for others. Some of them were about others, but what I liked about these was it was like, how do you survive the holidays? That's what Dollar General has your back. Like, it's not about everybody in your family, it's about you as like as a person who is in this life stage. And so nobody else really had that twist on it. And I don't know if you did you do that on purpose?
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we thought
How-
it would be. Sorry, I was I was just gonna say we thought it would be like better to kind of do that because the brief was basically saying like how can it be your co-conspirator? How can
Yeah.
it help you?
Right.
So we
Yeah.
were like, obviously we can go in the direction of like buying gifts for your family members, and they have like the cheap gifts and stuff for like your family members and friends and everything. But we wanted it to be kind of catered towards like the person actually looking at the ad, like what can
Yeah.
Dollar Tree give to them?
I feel
It's
like
actually
throughout
wild.
like all our ideas, we kind of kept that like how is Dollar Tree gonna help you? Like even with our like first ideas, like that was always like our vision to like Dollar Tree helping the
Right.
consumer.
Yeah.
That's good. I would have thought right away to like, is it going to help me buy gifts for other people? Is it going to help me throw a better party and stuff? But like to like be there for you personally, how can it like fix your party? Your like what's going on? Like I thought it was great. If you want to flip through some other ones while we're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
too.
Absolutely. This one was really fun.
It was so fun.
We love doing this one.
And all this is problem solution, which is like the oldest ad trick in the book, but it's like always works. It's very simple. It's a new way of doing it.
Yes. And we tried to place some of the text like in kind of like the
In it.
problem area.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this one's in the armpit. Like the smoker aunt was like
Funny.
kind of by her lips. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wet wipes. Get
They were
Oh,
so
yeah.
fun to come up with. And also like coming up with the copy too. Like it was so fun to like work together, and we were like, okay, we need to like write out all the people that we're dealing with during the holidays. What does this generation kind of hate about them, or like they don't like what they're doing at these holiday parties, like what makes them uncomfortable and like annoyed kind of. It was fun to like come up with stuff like your sticky fingered niece keeps trying to play games on your phone. Like that's something that this generation like I feel like talks about a lot, and it's so relatable, and it's like, oh my god, like get off my phone.
I know that little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it
think-
was so fun.
I think almost everybody knows this little girl. Even if it's like not your family member, there's gonna be a kid like begging to play
Yeah.
games.
No, it's like I was it literally I just experienced half this stuff in Thanksgiving. Like
Exactly.
Any
so
holiday.
this could have came out for really there's probably some iterations for every holiday too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Go to the Twitch game, you guys, or go to the Sim. Oh, this is it. Yeah.
Yes.
I had not seen this like a gamified version, and I loved that you gamified it, and it's like
Oh,
it was really cool.
sorry.
This intro was exactly like, did you just put into this the Christmas vacation intro when all the family arrives?
For
No,
the
we
like
didn't though.
no, we didn't put that in, but like we had the vision of them like when they opened the door, we were like
Exactly.
that's kind of
Yeah,
similar to
yeah.
like when they get like the ding dong, like you know what I'm talking like
Yeah.
it's funny, but
Do
like
you want to massage my bunions? I'll give you a quarter.
Yeah.
yeah, I think for that part we like I didn't know if there was even any better way to like do it. Like it's like
It's like
you
a
know what I mean?
classic,
It
like, oh
is.
god, like they're here, like the chaos is about to ensue, kind of scene.
I loved then how you did it. Is the next one with the actual Twitch streamer that you comped in?
Yes,
Yeah.
this
Was
all
so
this stuff
funny.
took so long.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe. Have you seen this part, Gino? Check this out. This is
oh god,
hilarious.
Oh, okay.
should we
Yeah.
play? Do you want us to
Yeah.
play the whole
Yeah,
thing?
you could play it. Yeah.
Play a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So she's saying things. I can't really hear it.
Yeah, it might not be working on my side.
Basically,
Oh.
they comped in this Twitch streamer, like a famous person, right?
Yeah, she's like very popular with Gen Z right now. She just got like nominated for like up and coming streamer, so she's like on the rise. So this is why we chose her.
And like when you as the player enters Dollar General, that woman goes, "I'm in. We're in." It was such a funny presentation. It was such a great way of presenting this, and I can't imagine how long it took you to find that clip of her like that lined
Yeah.
up.
We
Yeah.
watched like a 2 hour like stream and just like really like meticulous like
Tried to
clipped
pick
out
it
like
out.
videos of her talking and
It
like
was a really great way. I talk a lot about, Gino's probably so sick of hearing me talk about presenting and presentations and selling, but it was a really great way to sell that game. Because at first I was like, okay, I don't really know what this is because I don't play these games. But then when I saw the streamer like reacting, I was like, oh my God, it's like gamified version of you walking into the thing and getting like gum for your aunt who's got bad breath or for yourself, whatever. I can't remember. But yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, that's exactly
How
what
many
I-
like executions or yeah, how many executions did you guys come up with this campaign? I'm seeing the out of homes, I'm seeing the digital, I'm seeing a catalog, I'm seeing the game. Like you guys really kind of covered
yeah.
really did a whole campaign. But I think it's like why that's so impressive to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of wanted to do like the whole package, like where Gen Z and like young millennials would like see all of these things and like find it interesting. Like it's not just one thing where they're seeing ads, like it keeps popping up, like they keep laughing at it. Like it's just like things that even they can like if they see the catalog, like they can post it. Like our favorite thing about the catalog, what we did was like coming up with actually like all the little blurbs. Like we took a lot of time to like come up with like why you actually need this. Like
Yeah.
so it was super fun to like do that and like not just make it boring. Like buy this candle.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like it. We thought the catalog would be fun because like a lot of high end brands like those are the ones that are selling you the products to like buy for Christmas and it's normally like presents and stuff. And we thought it'd be fun to like make it for you and make it for these people. Like, well, you can get this gum to like give to your aunt for breath stings on Christmas.
Yes. It's so funny. I also loved this. Like, I'm a huge fan of just like all the way down to the very tiny things. And I think like I remember when DoorDash the ads in the Super Bowl that Wyden did, I absolutely loved that. But what I loved most was the website and reading how they were describing the products. It was so well done all the way through the funnel, quote unquote. But this I really loved too because you could just tell the detail, and your voice again comes across really strong and clear, and it's really funny.
Thank you.
Thank you. We also part of this like we wanted to send it out like in person because for a lot of people our age, like going through the catalog as a kid and like circling the toys that you loved was like it's like a very nostalgic part of like the holidays. So we were like, let's just send it out like how we remember catalogs being sent out as kids.
It's awesome. Yeah, a real catalog, and real catalogs are coming back. So I thought it was
Yeah.
we're talking about this on other brands. It's like really timely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did have one little extra part. So because we know we're like, there's obviously going to be a time where like somebody might not get the catalog in real life, we did like a bunch of social ads just to like redirect people to the catalog and also like show off some of our other ads like in a social format. Just we wanted to like cover like literally every single base that we could possibly cover with this campaign.
And everything laddered back really strongly to the strategy into your insight. So that's why, like, no, there was nothing that really was divergent. Like, I saw some things that were like, oh, well, that actually would be a cool idea in and of itself. This was the full package. So congratulations, you guys.
Thank you
so much.
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, you can stop. But Nikki, what would you say, like, if you were to pitch this to the client and you're the CCO in this scenario, what would you say needs to be buttoned up? Probably the turnaround would be 48 hours, 24 hours that they have to fix this stuff up, because that's probably how the real deadlines are. How would you kind of clean this up even further to be bulletproof for the next conversation?
I'd probably say let's try and beat the line. Like, that's a great strategy line. Let's try and survive the holidays, like, to make it more like about you a little bit more. I would also say, I don't know, I think the beats of it are really good. Is there anything missing from it? Maybe some in-store they probably would want to see. Like, they're always worried about that kind of stuff. So anything like another path to purchase, like, would be good if we just hit a couple of more beats of the story. But otherwise,
what would in-store look like? Like some of like the shelving, like when you walk in, the signage.
Yeah, you could. I could see how that catalog and those things could be all in the store. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in like shelf talkers, signage like on window. Like, I bet they have a ton of window clings. What is there? Is there something you could do in the parking lot? Is there anything you could do down the street? Like, there could be the other thing that people are really, that could do something with this is like a brand partnership. Is there another brand that could boost this for Dollar Tree in some way, shape, or form? I'm not sure, but there's always like options like that. And then another thing is like you did the social media, but is there another media a point in time? Like, I think Christmas Vacation runs 24/7 on like TBS on certain days. There could be something to play with that too for a media, a content play. So again, like, we have like a punch list of things that we would probably go through to make sure you can't walk away from this idea. Like, it hits on every single placement, and it's so relatable and different. That's the other thing. It's like leaning into the negative, and no one ever wants to lean into the negative, but when you do, you stand out. And brave marketers lean into negative and white space. So,
Thanks.
does that sound good?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds
Cool. So you got 24 hours. Let's see what you have on Monday.
Incredible. Very impressive. Then I'll leave the rest of the time for Marisa and Meghan to ask questions either about the campaign or about finding jobs in the industry. The floor is yours. The mic is yours, Marisa and Meghan.
I have a question. It kind of reminds me of what you were just talking about like going to the negative, and it's about like the McDonald's AI ad.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of the AI ads right now are like getting backlash. Like, do you think there will ever be like a time where people will be like, oh, like, this is fine? Because when I saw the McDonald's ad, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But like people were so angry about it.
I know. And are you thinking that the people in our industry were more angry, or just like in like humans in general?
I think
in general, like I
like,
saw so much social media. People were like, "This sucks." Like,
the AI
why would they do
slobber,
this? Yeah, like people were just very angry.
Oh my God. So much hate on our post. Like,
Really?
we cover it, and it was the most traction we've ever gotten on social media in Breaking Entering history. 2.5 million impressions on one post. Wow. And there's so much tension in the comments from, I don't know if they're agency people, but it seems like it broke through the zeitgeist and got to like general culture. And there's just so many comments on how bad it was. But yeah.
I feel like, sorry. Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like the thing for me is like I guess my opinion on it is like, I liked the idea behind the McDonald's ad, and like I think it was strong, but I think like I would like to see like how it would come out if it was actually produced with real people and stuff. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't want to say more fun that way, but like I feel like a lot of the time like better stuff comes out of it. Like,
it feels more real. Like,
yeah,
it feels
well,
more
obviously,
human.
yeah.
But like
Yeah, I think it's just a general distaste for I I love personally love McDonald's and
Same.
I eat it as I'm a human. I want to see other humans eating this food. It's weird for me, especially with a food product, to see fake AI people or and to it just feels like it's like all of a sudden we are now all in on like replacing humanity. I think that might be more of a general thing because they everybody hated the Coke one too, which arguably I'm like, okay, well, Coke's been doing fake polar bears forever, and people love those polar bears, you know? So it's like I think people it's more of just like this thing of like I cannot I why are we changing everything? Like when people are actually wanting to take photos on film again. So I don't know. It might be. I agree. I didn't. I'm of the opinion that AI is going to be great for a lot of things, but for showing humans, I don't think it might not be. Now, granted, you did all AI in your ads. I would actually want to shoot that. I would want it to be real people.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Another question I had was like, what's like a skill or like personality trait that you feel like helped you like get into like your CEO role or like get into the industry?
Yeah, I think you just have to be yourself. Like I learned this and I feel like I poor Gino probably hears me say this every once in a while. Like I I really started finding success and my partner Leslie and I, our CCO at Fallon, started finding success when we just leaned into our own voices and like presenting how we would present to how we talk to our friends is how we talk to our clients. And I think like it's very human, and I that's why I really loved your work because I could feel you in it. And I just think when we are, I also think as far as like just getting into like progressing in the industry, being who you are and being unapologetically who you are is going to be everything. You can't work and be someone you're not, and that's just how what I've found. And I always say like presenting your work is the way to get to move ahead because you can only present your work as good as you present your work better than anyone else. And when you start to present your work in ways that people storytelling and people listen, like your story was I listened to your story like even though it was written. And I think people find we always are trying to just like even when I don't, I call it breadcrumbs, like even when I don't breadcrumb things to clients, they're like, I don't really understand. It's like they need that. Like people need to be walked into things. And so I think doing it as your how you would tell stories to your friends is like how I've succeeded. It's a
Gotcha.
weird thing, but
No,
yeah.
it
So
makes
It makes
sense.
sense
Yeah.
though.
okay,
I feel
good.
like
And
especially in this industry, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
and
Yeah.
and you have to kind of like it's like through osmosis, like being at a good agency, seeing people comfortable in their own shoes, doing the thing until you kind of like experience that and see it firsthand, and you get that freedom to do it. You get inspired. Like it'll all click once you're in the industry, and you definitely will break in as soon as
Totally.
you graduate. We're not too worried about that.
That's the hope.
I
That is the
agree. Like
hope.
you find your secret sauce. We have a team who works on one of our clients, and it's a client that isn't funny, and they are so good, but they know the products so well. They know everything about them, and they present, and every time they present, the clients cry. It's amazing. And it's like it works for them. They sing, they like they'll do and you know what I mean? And it's like that's their thing. And you just find your thing.
I like that.
That's crazy. They actually cry every time.
Almost every time.
Wow.
I do too.
Wow.
I always say my tears are just right below the surface.
Hey, that's how you know it's
I
good.
cry at Good Morning America.
Any question?
I feel like, I mean, Gina, I think you asked like the question I was gonna ask about like pitching and everything, and like how, I guess how you would pitch it at Fallon. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I think that was kind of covered. So yeah.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Well, we're for the listeners, we're gonna go for the secret after show where the Blue Crowbar winners now get more time with Nikki off the air. That's why you should submit. If you win, you get this all. But new brief is out already. I can't thank you all enough for both to Marisa and Meghan for dedicating 3 months to this and thinking about it, spending your time to it. And then, of course, for Nikki for judging. It's no easy task and a lot of submissions, and you're super busy with your own holiday campaigns at launch, which are incredible too. So thank you all, and congrats again to the Blue Crowbar winners.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Megan.
Wonderful.